All right, so it's Wednesday, it's a Daily Dose, and I want to talk about perhaps maybe the greatest earthly mother recorded in the pages of Scripture. You can make the argument anyways, at least I think she is, and you know why? Because she carried the Christ child. Yeah, Mary, right? And so Mary hears this announcement of Jesus being born. It's going to be this supernatural thing. You know the Christmas story, but here's an interesting verse in Luke chapter 2, verse 19. Here's what Mary does. Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart. If you look at the Greek word for treasure, here's what it means. It's taking memories or knowledge that you don't fully understand, but you're going to store them inside of you for later use. Now think about that for a moment. Mary heard that she was going to give birth to Jesus, God's son. She didn't fully understand that, so she treasured them. She took that knowledge, that information, those memories, all the memories of his life from like 0 to 30, right? And she stored them. Scripture says, pondered them in her heart. And as she saw the life of her child, Jesus play out. Remember at the age of 12, he was back at the temple when they thought they lost him. And he's like, why didn't you know that I'd be about my father's business? Or throughout the different moments in his childhood and his teenage years, I'm assuming that Mary took those memories and they later informed her of how she would help and serve her son accomplish his mission. You remember when he was doing his first miracle, Mary said, hey, whatever he tells you to do, do it. Why? Because she knew that Jesus was a special child. Just like you know, moms, that you have special children, that they're created and designed and who God called them to be. In fact, here's what Psalm 139 says, that we were, is a beautiful passage of Scripture. We were actually knit together in our mother's wombs. Like if you feel today you're watching this and you're like, Adam, I have no value. I'm not really that important. Like you're talking about Jesus. You're talking about, come on, Adam, listen, the word tells us that before any one of your days ever came into being, God ordained them in his book, meaning that God has purpose for your life, meaning that right now there's a mom probably thinking about you, recalling memories. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So to both the moms, would you continue to share those memories and the knowledge that you have about us as sons and daughters? Can we just live under the grace of God's goodness to know that he has a purpose and a plan for our lives? Listen, I hope you have a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Daily Dose.